Hello everyone and welcome to this video. I am so glad that you are here, that you took time out of your day to watch this video. Whether you are a new watcher or a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. This is a nighttime clean with me. I haven't done one of these in forever, but I hope you get a lot of motivation or relaxation, whichever one you need. I know this is right before Thanksgiving and the holidays. And so let me know in the comments down below if you are watching this to get motivation to have your house ready for the holidays, or if you're just relaxing or just need motivation for a regular clean. Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know how you enjoyed this video. There's going to be lots of cleaning motivation, laundry motivation, and I am showing you guys all the befores because the house was pretty rough. I put my kids to bed and I was planning on cleaning without them, but my 2-year-old is a little insomniac right now, and so he decided to join me halfway through, and he was pretty helpful for the most part. But I'm just showing you guys the befores so you can get an idea of where I was at, and then I'm going to be starting in my kitchen. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It really helps my channel out, and I do notice each and every one of you that subscribe, and thank you so much for that. I started off by gathering all the sippies my kids had left scattered around the house. I actually found another one way later after this underneath the chair in the living room. They always end up scattered around no matter how many times I ask them to keep them in the kitchen. But I'm going to be loading those into the dishwasher. The only thing that I did before this video was just loaded the small stuff into the dishwasher so that I could hand wash all of the bigger stuff. I had made pumpkin bread that evening, and I had also just been doing a lot of cooking and baking and using up pots and stuff. And so I just decided to go ahead and hand wash all of them and then put a few on to soak for washing later.
I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I want to stay here with you.
This Thanksgiving holiday is going to hit just a little bit different for me. Back in May, we lost my dad, and so this is the first holiday and first holiday season that we are going to be without him. And so it just kind of got me thinking that I know that I am not alone in that. I know that a lot of people have lost people that they loved this year specifically, or maybe this is your second or third, or maybe even longer than that. So I'm just trying to be aware and pray for anyone who is about to go through that with the holidays as well as me, because I know that as hard as it is for me, that I'm just not alone in this, and me and my family are not the only ones that are going to be going through this. So if you have lost a loved one in the past and the holidays are hard for you, just let me know in the comments down below how you handle that, especially with the first one. I would love to know a little bit, because I know that God can give us peace, but at the same time, it's just hard not knowing how to handle that or know really what to do. So if you guys have any advice about that, just leave it in the comments below, and I will read and love every one of them. And know that I am also trying to pray for anyone else who is going through the same situation or similar, because it just helps to know that there's someone there that is thinking of you. So if you are in that situation, I am definitely thinking of you and praying for you.
You'll be enough if you're giving me your love, giving me your love.
This is a can koozie that my husband uses all the time, and it was really dirty and nasty. And so what I use on that is either LA's Totally Awesome Cleaner or just some of this cleaner and bleach Clorox. And it really just depends on the day. It didn't look as bad as it has before, and so this cleaner plus bleach worked really well, and I just scrubbed it out with a soft sponge, and it made it a lot brighter than it was before. I don't think that you can ever get one of these back to totally looking brand new, but you could also run these through the dishwasher as well. This one's just kind of falling apart, so I decided to hand wash it.
Give me all your love, give me all your Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love. 2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along. The summer night has just begun. The moon is bright, let's have some fun. Oh, this is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go.
I don't always have to do this, but whenever they're stuck on stuff on my stove, I do like to use a razor blade. This is just a mini one that I found a pack of 4 at the Dollar Tree. It works really well, and I actually find that with it being a mini size, you can get into smaller spaces a little easier, and it's not so clunky in your hand. Plus, it comes 4 for $1, and I think that is a really good deal for just a little scraper that you can use on glass in your stovetop. And anywhere that you need to use one of these, it comes in really handy. The spray that I used on my stove is just a little bit of the same scent of the Mrs. Meyer's dish soap. I just put a few drops of that into a bottle that was the same scent. This one happens to be honeysuckle, and then I filled up the rest with water. And that's what I use as my multi-purpose spray. It smells and works just as good as the regular spray that comes in that bottle. I just find that making my own is a lot more cost effective, and like I said, it works just the same.
Oh, this is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. This is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go.
Like I said before, I had made pumpkin bread this evening, and we don't actually like it warm. We like it cooled off, and so after it had cooled off, I put it in these bags, and it just gets a lot more moist and kind of more, not gooey really, but just kind of like sugary, sticky or something by the morning. So I had really made these to have in the morning, and they were delicious. They were a little bit on the dry side, so I'm not going to be including the recipe because I feel like I could have found a better recipe, but they were still pretty good, and so I'm just going to save those for the morning. I absolutely hate these glitchy clips, but I still feel like I should include them just to show you guys what actually gets done. But I am genuinely sorry for them. I try and check here and there the past few clips that I've done to see if they're glitchy, and I just cannot catch them all the time. So there are a few, so I'm really sorry about that, but I tried to make them quick and short so that nobody gets a headache or anything like that from them.
Something is behind the clouds. We just have to believe it, that we can make the sun come out. Let us lose ourselves in a fairy tale. Who can say what's wrong or right? We're the only ones who can decide.
I started out in the kitchen because my kids have a sound machine, and I thought they were going to stay asleep while I was in the kitchen, but apparently I woke my son up or got him out of bed anyways. And so now I'm moving into my bathroom, which is the furthest away from their room, so that my daughter can fully go deeply to sleep before I go into the living room. I had these trash cans from around my room in the bathroom soaking in vinegar and baking soda water, and it completely deodorized them. So I just dried them off, and I'm putting the bags back in them to put them back out now. That little toilet, my son is halfway starting to potty train. He understands that he needs to go and everything, but he doesn't always actually go in there. So it was mostly just dust that I was cleaning off of that thing. But then my toilet definitely needed a scrub down with some wipes. I didn't do like a full half-hour clean on this like I would sometimes, but I did scrub it out, make sure it was all clean and tidy. My husband was actually gone on this night, and so it made it really easy for me to just stay up a little bit later and clean and get things clean for when he came home the next day. I really do like getting the house pretty clean for when he comes home if he is gone all day, or just knowing that when he comes in from work, he's going to come into a clean house. I think that if I was gone all day or overnight, that I would enjoy that. And so I feel like it must be a pretty good feeling for him to walk into a clean space as well, especially when it looks quite as rough as this.
You, I know it's alright. You read my mind, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love.
I may or may not have gone a little overboard on the glass cleaner here, but there was a lot of like toothpaste and hand wash spray on this, so it did work really well to get it all off. I just had to use a few more paper towels than I would normally.
We do this every day, we do this love for life.
My sinks actually had quite a bit of soap residue and just dirt and different things in them, so I used some more of that soft scrub. That's just Comet, that's what I used in the toilet as well, and it works really well to get all that stuff out without having to use a sponge or something like that. I just used the regular disinfectant wipe that I was using for everything else, got it a little bit wet, and used it instead of a sponge that I would have to clean later. And let me tell you a little sad story about this sink. I had to clean like the overfill drain area, and I could not even clean it all the way out. I tried that TikTok type hack of putting shaving cream into the overflow holes, trying to clean out the drains, and I probably didn't do it right, but it did not work. I would not recommend it, or if you do that, then maybe just look up really how to do it correctly, because I don't think I did it correctly. I used like a more gel kind of shaving cream, and I just sprayed it in there as much as I could, and honestly it just kept expanding, kept getting a mess everywhere, did not clean out the drain, and it has been a mess for like over a month now. It just keeps coming blue out of that thing. And like I said, I would just not recommend that, or if you try that, just make sure that you are doing it 100% correctly, because I probably did not, and it's just been way more of a hassle than it would have been if I just had not have even tried that.
'Cause nobody gets me. I'm looking for faith, looking for love in every direction. Looking for someone to show me the way when my map is torn up. Give me a light when my torch is blown out.
I feel like the more pregnant I am, the lazier I get, so I've just got some Dawn and vinegar here. I'm going to be spritzing a little bit of it on the floor so it's not too soapy, and then using a cleaning rag and, yep, my foot to mop up any messes that I see, just kind of generally wiping down. I didn't want to get on my hands and knees. I didn't want to go grab a mop out And so this worked just as well as any of those for just the little spots that I saw, and it made the bathroom feel so much cleaner to have the floor done.
Wide awake and I'm just get away for a better chance at a great romance, and I'm just not getting any braver, 'cause nobody gets me. I'm looking for faith, looking for love.
I know that these clips right here are just a little bit dark, but that is because I actually had a light bulb, a glitchy one. It was pretty much on its way out, so I just pulled it out and tossed that one. And then I realized that all of those glass fixtures up there, I know there's a name for them, but I can't remember what it is. They were all really dirty, and I've been looking at them. Every time I get in bed, I just look up there and I notice that it looks like they're dusty. So I keep dusting them, but they're not actually dusty. We get flies in our house, and flies leave little spots everywhere, and so that's what was really on those. And I just use, honestly, an old magic eraser. I think the most magical part about a magic eraser is that when you rinse it under the water, all of the dirt comes out. So that's all I used. It didn't have any cleaner or anything in it. It was just a plain one, and it got them so sparkling, crystal clear. I made sure to dry them all off before putting them back, and then I actually changed out the light bulbs in here to LED ones, and it made filming in here so much easier because everything was so much brighter with those being clear, and then the light bulbs being brighter as well. You can see the before and after here is pretty drastic.
Out of bed and
now I've got about 4 or 5 loads of laundry to fold here, and normally I fold my towels and washcloths, wash rags right into the drawer in the kitchen, but I already had them in a basket, so I figured it was easiest to fold them here and then put them away. But I had 4 or 5 other loads of clothes there. I've been washing mine and my husband's clothes separate because he does go hunting, so he uses totally scent-free stuff like baking soda and scent-free laundry detergent. That's what he has me use on his clothes. They still come really clean, they just don't smell like detergent. But I personally like my clothes to smell good. I feel like that's almost like self-care when you put on something and it just smells amazing and you feel so clean and fresh. And so I've had more loads of clothes, even though they're smaller. And these sheets, honestly, sometimes I fold them up, but half the time I just end up stuffing all of the sheets into one of the matching pillowcases, and I have enough room in my cabinet for the 2 sets of sheets that I do that with. It works out really well, and it's so much faster than trying to fold a fitted sheet. If you guys haven't tried that, I would highly recommend it.
so let's get a little reckless. You make me breathless, and I won't waste this. And I promise that I will stand by you forever. I can't get you out of my mind. I will follow you wherever, and I won't waste this. I'll follow you, yeah. Yeah, I won't waste this, 'cause no one makes me feel like you do. You make me breathless. Yeah, no one makes me feel like you do. I promise that I will stand by you forever, and I won't waste this. I'll follow you, yeah.
My kids just love to pull all my pillows off of my bed and pull the throw blankets from the living room and make themselves little pallets and little piles in the floor. to pretend to nap on. Even though they never actually sleep down there, it's fun for them. So my blankets are always all over the place. I'm constantly needing to wash them, but it's okay. I mean, it keeps my kids occupied, so I totally do not mind picking up a few blankets. Sometimes I kind of wish all laundry was just blankets, because they're so easy to fold, and if I'm going to fold something, I'd rather it be a blanket or a towel any day rather than a bunch of little things.
It's a known fact, yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart.
My son was totally on board with helping me until it came to throwing that banana peel away. He didn't want to touch it any more than I did, even though he was the one that left it laying around.
I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your end destination.
And by laying around on that banana peel, I mean he'd actually squished it all over the place over here. That's what that little mess was that I showed earlier.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, you're up in space. You're inside the noise. I can feel you. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart.
So it pretty much took me till 11 o'clock at night. I started at around 8 or 8:30, so about 2.5 to 3 hours to get everything done. But I will say in the long run, it was all worth it. Everything felt so nice and clean, and I knew that when my husband came in the next day, he was going to walk into a clean house, and that made everything so worth it. Plus, it was just kind of nice to do my own thing and clean without worrying about anything else since it was at night. So I was headed off to bed with this little matching belly boy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.
You're gone now, but you're coming back. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind. It's a no.